This conference will now be recorded.
All right, so today is Thursday, April 2nd, and as always, everything that we're going to be talking about today is for educational purposes only, and nothing is intended as any type of investment advice. All right, so if this doesn't get your blood pumping in the morning, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, because what? Ah, oh my Lord. I couldn't take LK because you keep saying it's not investment advice. As you guys know, I've been short this for quite some time because I hate it and I just didn't like it. And my price target was 25. So, to be completely honest, we hit our price target, but I held it, because, for some longer terms, and we just kept seeing that selling and selling and selling. And this entire pop-up was really based off just the huge amount of selling that we saw coming down into this thing. So, I mean, not only that, but then what a freaking day trade this thing was. Okay, because when you see this thing start moving, I mean, the volume, once we started getting towards, around that 20 level, we're talking about regular, just regular trading. Worth noticing that days, weeks consolidation puzzle didn't fit, but see, that's the thing is that you guys, you started kind of getting almost bored of hearing me say that the puzzle doesn't fit, the puzzle doesn't fit, the puzzle doesn't fit. But guess what happens with averages, guys? And if this doesn't teach you that lesson, then I don't know what will. But guess what happens with averages? Okay, we figure out these puzzles for a reason. So when they don't fit for an extended period of time, guess what ends up happening? They have to catch up. Now I'm going to tell you something. In any way whatsoever, could I have told you that the stock was going down this low? Hell no. Absolutely not even close. Anyone that tells you that they did know this is absolutely lying. But I knew it was going to be a big day. It just so happens that when you do the right things and you follow the rules and you follow the steps that we take day in and day out, you end up getting a home run every once in a while. And guess what? Hopefully this will be my first stock that I have that goes to zero. Now we're starting to get kind of caught in this little consolidation here, which worries me a little bit because it's just well, that's exactly what happened. You know what? It's a Billy Buckner ground ball went right through his legs, and then the right fielder broke his leg on his way. Am I worried? Yeah, so I'm a little bit worried about it getting stuck now because I've seen a lot of stocks that do this before where it just kind of gets, after a huge move like this, it's almost like it just goes into like a buyout type situation where you just see it kind of move completely to the side. So just be careful of that. And obviously, we'll notice that once the market opens and it doesn't actually make any moves. But one thing that we do have to understand is that there's going to be a lot of investors that are not happy right now. Guess what? I don't give a shit. Excuse my language, but I don't care. Look at this selling at 430. Okay, coming into our lows right here. This So everyone knows my feelings about GameStop as well. And LK, I mean, at the same time, you're looking at this 425, that 433, it's got plenty of selling to continue on its way down. So as long as we don't get stuck, we're going to zero. Okay, and I'm just kidding. I hope it does go to zero. But at this point, just continuously getting that new selling. Just be careful of that. It getting stuck in, like I said, kind of that buyout type look where it just continues to that side and doesn't really ever get any type of momentum to go one way or the other. All right, so other than that, guys, I didn't really have much time to scan, to be completely honest with you, because there was just too much going on. And there was no way in the world after doing classes, guys, what I have money to make up for. So there was no way. Yeah, I know I have a bunch of stuff. I'm just kidding around with you. So AMPE, definitely going to be keeping an eye on. We're going to put it on our side list just because it's going to have to fit your game plan, depending on what type of trading that you're doing, what you're actually looking to accomplish coming back in. But one thing that I was looking at towards the side is I do like the buying that came in around the 60s. I just haven't seen anything in these 70s on the bigger side of things yet that really gets me, to say that this thing has the ability to hit the one. So we are going to watch it, but we're going to wait. We're going to need more new buying for this thing to be able to really do anything. WLL, absolutely nothing. What the hell's going on here? Oops. Okay. WLL, like I said, not really anything going on there. Now BMRA, not another one where it's so we jumped up, made a pretty nice move. I am going to put this on our list because if we come back over here, you can see that the volume wasn't terrible for how early it was jumping back up. But now we're kind of sitting here. We definitely wanted to hold right here, this consolidation. So 850. As long as we hold 850 and we get a real nice strong trigger up, obviously we want to see some buying, building happening during this little phase right here and the volume start to kick back in. But it's definitely something that we want to keep an eye on because it can move. If you look at right now, the amount, the range that it has, just based off of what we typically see, it certainly shows that its personality is completely different. So based off of getting some new buying within this consolidation and then the volume trigger back towards that upside, 10 is definitely definitely a level that they're going to want to test with retail. And remember, they can't really test tons of retail during the pre-market because most retail isn't actually out there testing the pre-market. All right, moving right along, IFMK. So we just got a little bit of a jump coming back up, but then we ended up coming right back down. And if we come back over here towards the highs, I mean, there wasn't really anything there. So this is something I will put on my side list just to keep an eye on it. But at the same time, it does not have the buying up at top. So what we're going to need to see is an actual building phase during a consolidation to show us that it can pop and enough buying to actually be able to get us towards that double top and then also be able to break up above it. Continuing on, AKRX, 312,000 shares, but we are doing nothing. You can see absolutely no trading going on. It's really got to be from just some bigger prints because there's absolutely nothing happening there. And that's pretty much it for the gainer side of things. LK, obviously, BNGO, just not really much going on. It's, on a downtrend and it's 28 cents, so not really much that we're going to be able to do there. Same thing with DYNT. Moving along into NVTA, not really anything there. You can see, I mean, obviously that most of what's going on today has been taken by LK. Now, APT, I still like. APT is a good one because yesterday just follows the rules very, very well and absolutely phenomenal trading here from yesterday. So we're going to continue on that way. Now, make sure that you go out there and try to get shares, but unfortunately, based off of that, more than likely you're not going to be able to, because if you weren't able to yesterday, then on this really strong big pullback that we have coming in, it's probably going to be pretty hard. But go out there and keep testing it because you might get lucky and you might be able to continue, you might be able to Yesterday was a really weird thing. Yes, I shorted, so it was hard to borrow, but I hit short without, even requesting shares, and it went through, but then it didn't go through the second time. So definitely make sure that you go out there and see if that you can acquire them. CCL, obviously going to be on our list for this morning. Now, it's not a new stock, but we all know that the amount of selling that we saw yesterday, okay, we closed at 860. This thing has a lot more room down. And then if we come over here and look at RCL, both of them, RCL is the same type of deal. We had some really great selling that came into this thing around that 26 level yesterday when we were finishing up our class. And then obviously, we jumped back up. We got that pull up on the aftermarket into the pre-market, and then now we're coming back down. Now, 25 doesn't really have any great selling into it yet, which is a little bit surprising. You have two prints, but that's not going to do it because you can see the immediate reaction to that is buying. 25 is going to be a very, very hard level for this thing to break. So even right now, it's funny because RCL I like better. Okay, trading, as we talked about yesterday in class, because the range and it's an easier read, but I like a lot better where CCL is within the actual trade itself because of the fact that 25 is just one of those levels that usually is really crappy. And then Oxy, yes, of course, Oxy we will continue to watch. We got that jump up, but Oxy has enough selling, guys, to not only get past 10, but to destroy 10 towards that downside. So absolutely. So we'll put RCL and Oxy. And other than that, and looking over here, BA obviously is another one that we're going to be looking at. It looks like BA is going to try to reset itself to 100 like I wish that it would, but we have some good selling that came in right here at that 134. Obviously, we're pretty far away from that, so we're going to need to see something coming in around that 130 level because there just was not enough there. But definitely going to be keeping my eyes on B. It's really just more of a everyday stock at this point. ATHX, absolutely tons of buying and above yesterday at 4 yesterday. And some decent prints under. Okay, so absolutely. And then obviously that guy did not really make their money coming back into it. So definitely a sideless stock. That was a beautiful trade yesterday. ATHX. So we got a pretty long list, guys, for everything that's, going on out here with LK and taking up pretty much all the volume. I mean, it's trading almost 1.2 million shares a minute right now. So certainly, we certainly got our work cut out for us today, and we definitely have a lot of good stories. Now, anything else out there that I missed? Anything else out there that I missed? Considering I just did the scanning, I highly, highly doubt it. So let's get ready for our morning. Let's make sure if we were in classes, we are focusing on exactly what we went over. Make sure that we're taking everything that we learned and we're starting to apply it this morning. Make sure you're drawing your charts, whether it's mental or on paper. If you're a lower level trader, I would suggest making sure that you're drawing your charts on paper. Okay, because it's putting it in two places at that point instead of just being inside of your mind. All right, so let's get ready for our morning. We should definitely have a great one. I will talk to everyone in the chat, and happy trading.